Welcome everyone to just another
Uh,
episode of News Time FPL. So, I want to ask who will give the intro this time?
that's our intro. That is it. That's it.
To save time, yes, that's the intro. Also, today as well, we have just two members of the
I,
team. I think Arvind was disappointed by the fact that he did not get much prayers in the comments that day. There were just only two L's in the comment, and one was by himself.
one was by him.
So he's very much disappointed and says that he would like at least uh, 10 likes on the video, this one, and 10 comments. Then he will come back, or else he will leave the team. So it's upon you guys
Okay.
if you want to.
I don't care about him. I just want to understand that at least 60% of the people who watch this video does not have not subscribed to the channel. What are you guys waiting for? Like seriously,
Yes,
we are trying to
it's
make money here. We are trying to run a business here. This
yes,
is
it,
business. This
this is
is business.
business.
This is business.
Hey.
It is free. It's you don't even need a subscription even. So you
Exactly.
can just if you can subscribe to T series, I guess you can subscribe to News Time as well.
But they don't have an option with T series. It's automatic.
Somewhat. Keeping our intro short and crisp, we will move directly to the Premier League week review. So,
Yeah.
as
So
ex-
how was your week, Mr. Suraj?
as expected, it was a surprising one. Lot of entertainment. We really saw the proper Barclays type Premier League, not the boring 0-0 draws like the other leagues. So this was very interesting week. Again, few highlights being we will cover in the next few minutes. So how was your week?
Uh, Another week, another captain disappointment. I
Sums
don't
it
know
up really.
why. Some say I do it on purpose. You know, out of all the players I could captain, I captained the one with the least points. I could have
Yes, yes.
captained. So I got half my points in one game, and then I, then it was just there. I got 21 points in the first game, and it just sat there. It was just 21, and somehow ended with 55. And my captain was Rodriguez. I mean, I would have been
Mhm.
better off captaining DCL or Salah, in fact, because he also got
Yeah.
a goal. Rodriguez got an assist and a yellow card. So
Mhm.
it's better than blanking. So I think, but one thing I noticed is my team is slipping up. So I think I should take it seriously. Talking
Okay.
about games, yeah, I you should you do you want to start?
Yes, I will start with the Fulham game then.
Mm-hmm.
We saw our boy RG Mitrovic having a very bad day in his own box as well as in the opponent's box as well.
I mean, it is very sad. I mean, this has happened before with other players, but seriously, he
Yeah,
missed a penalty and he considered a penalty. And I think saw
yeah,
the last 10 minutes of the game, and he probably missed like four or five
yes,
chances in that last 5 minutes itself. It was so frustrating.
yeah. Tho- those were very clear chances, and if he had done something, the game would be in their hands because Sheffield was really not fighting at all. They had just given up entirely.
Yeah, this season, if you have any Sheffield players, just get rid of them right now. It's not worth it. It's not the Sheffield like before.
It's not worth it. Yeah, I had just one or two players in Baldock maybe, and that guy gave me a red card, and I just decided enough is enough. He should not be a part of my team. And I really felt bad for Mitrovic. He was cursing himself, and in the last 10 to 5 minutes, he was just shaking his shoulders every time he missed any chance, stating that it was clearly not his day.
Yeah, but to be honest, a lot of games in this week were like that because a lot of those games could have been won in the last
Mhm.
minute. Fulham won, The one
Yes,
with
yes.
Everton, Everton could have won that in the last minute, but then Adrian of all people saved
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, somehow we saved it. Yeah. It would have been great if Liverpool also got the war against them. And then if they had scored in the last minute, then it would have been a proper war in the
Yeah,
Merseyside derby. So they just got saved by
then I
Atletico.
think Tottenham also like lost it when Bale kind of lost the chance to put the game to bed.
Yeah, at the 78th minute, it was 3-0 to Spurs, and they were all comfortable. And that at that moment, Mourinho decides to sub off Son and
Yes,
get in their boy Bale.
finally.
So the best part was I was disappointed seeing that okay, Son would have had more chances, but that's like okay, Kane will continue, they will do something. I'll just sit and watch. But then what happened just opened up my eyes. I was really happy that Son was subbed off because he even got the clean sheet points. So, so that was great. But just as Bale entered, he I guess dispossessed a lot of times and he missed a clear chance. Also,
Yeah,
Kane
yeah, yeah.
also hit the post once, so luck was not on the side. That's very clear. And the best tweet of this game week was someone tweeting, uh, "We bring on Gareth Bale, they bring on Manuel Lanzini." The score was, I guess, 3-0 at that time, and as the game ended, it
Very,
became 3-3. So
yeah, not
I
expected
remember
this.
talking about David Moyes the last episode. I think at halftime David Moyes just opened up YouTube and searched Newstem FPLC. These guys are talking about me. Get some inspiration, and they actually turned on the game. So it was very interesting. You can you can take out the Tottenham from Tottenham, but you cannot take out the Tottenham from Tottenham. So that was interesting. And as Mourinho said in the post-match conference, football happened. He would not prefer talking anything more than that because he was really pissed at the
To be
outcome.
fair, at halftime everyone was like Tottenham is back, but at full time Tottenham was really back. They bottled
Yeah,
another game.
yeah. People were saying they are back for the title race. Tottenham is the only team that can start a title race and end it within 19 minutes. Oh, that's proper Tottenham
Yeah.
style.
I think yeah. Other than that,
Another incident was Mane being offside.
yeah, pulling it back to the Liverpool Everton Merseyside derby. Everton should have won. Liverpool also could have won. But what happened is very interesting. I just
Yeah.
randomly switched on and I saw this guy Pickford scissor kicking Van Dijk, and I was like, what the heck is going? Why is Van Dijk there to begin with? Firstly, what is Pickford doing, and what happened? I thought
Yeah, true.
war came in. I was like, okay, what is he looking for? Is he looking for offside? He was looking for penalty. How was that not a penalty? I don't know. But I love the fact that it was not a penalty, and I love the fact that everyone is pissed off at Pickford, and everyone is talking about reckless
Yes, yes,
tackling.
everyone.
But we'll talk about that later. Other than that, Mani offside. How? How, Sway? How?
Mane Mane should have shaved his elbows.
I mean, how I saw the game. I saw the footage. I don't know if the ones we see on
Yeah,
screen is the same ones they do, because let me be honest. Let me
yeah,
get into the rant section mode. Okay, as chairs are closed, right? So what
yeah.
happens is they have the same footage as us. Okay, you cannot have millimeters of
Yeah.
accuracy in that picture. Right? I can't have it. You can't have it. They can't have it.
Yes.
Secondly, there is a guy sitting there who is drawing these lines. It's not computer generated. It's not. It's a man who is clicking buttons and doing it, right? Because otherwise, how are you going to find out the last player?
Yes,
I don't
yes.
think it's done computerized.
Yeah. He uses MS Paint.
So So, so how can you tell me that Mane is offside? He is not offside. How do you do that?
This would have been very interesting if there was crowd in the
Oh
stadium.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
They would have been gone proper mad. Yeah.
Yeah, but we love to see it.
Yes, we love to see it. It's like great, war is spoiling the game. Yeah, but I loved seeing Pool dropping points up the trophies. Let's see
Yeah,
how. It's like it's always great to see City or Liverpool dropping
yeah.
points because that's a rare sight. But this season, you see Aston Villa and Everton up on the table, and you clearly know how great this year has been.
Speaking of what, Bruno Fernandes missed a penalty. He
Yes,
scored an open field goal,
yes,
and Manchester United won 4-1.
yeah,
How did that happen? How
yes,
did that happen? Anyone who watched the game saw that Newcastle should have won, and somehow till the 88th minute it
yeah,
was 1-1, and it entered
oh,
4-1.
yeah. Hmm. The main catalyst for that result would be Van de Beek because till then there was not much creativity and Marta was also starting to get tired. And then Van de Beek comes, does some good passes, and the overall creativity of the field increased. And
Why is Van de Beek not
eventually,
starting? We will never know.
we will never know. I hope he starts today, but I really don't believe that Ole would do. If he does, it would be great. But
By today we mean Tuesday. It's Tuesday in India, and we are recording this on a Tuesday. So this
yeah,
is CL night tonight.
CL night, yeah, CL starts tonight, and I'm all decked in my United third kit, the kit that got us 4-1 win over Newcastle United. I won't wear the first kit because it gave us a 6-1 against Spurs. But this one I'm also the team also wears the same kit.
Yeah. Oh, right. Okay.
So I'm,
That's good.
so I'm very interested what happens in Paris. We have great memories of the last time we were in Paris, but the team then and now has changed a lot. We don't have Lukaku and I guess Fellaini as well. But yeah, we will talk about UCL at the end of this video. And about Bruno, the thing is, Bruno had to repeat multiple times during the past week in the press conference, and always used to say that scoring penalties is not an easy task. And he also took a subtle dig at, I guess, who was the person who slipped for Chelsea's penalty in the
Uh,
CL final.
it's a little man called John Terry.
Yeah, John Terry. So he also took a subtle dig at him, saying that you have to be very composed and focused to get the penalty in because that can cost matches and it's very much seen. And we also had to take the Fernandes tag off him. So what did he do? He clearly missed a penalty. He went ahead and congratulated the keeper for being the first ever to do so, and then scored the second goal in such a great way that totally shut off his critics. She shushed the media, and this confirms that Bruno is a part of NDL, Nico Defense League. If you don't know about Nico Defense League, I have, I, ha- I have, I have no words. I am also a part of NDL. PPK is also a part of NDL. So join the NDL, join the movement. It is internet's biggest movement. So Bruno is also a part of NDL now. You heard it here first. No one else has this information. So
It's a
yeah,
news time
Bruno
exclusive.
has really, yes, it's a news time exclusive, and not even our boy Fabrizio Romano has this info. So so that was great. Bruno
To
missing a penalty and then
let me be
scoring a
the
beautiful.
not the first. I don't know if I'm the first person to say this, but Darlow, he's playing really well. I mean, I think we watched the Tottenham game, me and Suraj. We watched it
Yeah,
together. Don't ask how, but we watched it together, and we saw that Darlow was very good, and he has been keeping
yeah,
that up. I know save points doesn't matter much because you get what 1 point for every four saves that you make. So that's kind of
Yeah.
harsh, but I believe Darlow has a case here. He's not cheap again. Even being the second choice keeper, he costs 5 billion. I don't know how FPL managed to do that, but they did. So, but keep an eye on him. He'll be good.
Yeah, he conceded 4 goals, still he got 8
Yeah,
points.
that just, I mean, he saved a penalty, so that's kind of
Yeah,
obvious.
he saved a penalty as well. He saved around 8 shots. He got one bonus yet.
Yeah, that just speaks volumes about the guy. And
So
speaking of volume, we got the first ever goalless draw in this season, obviously. So
yeah,
the most wasteful game
yeah.
which we didn't watch at all.
Yes, no one watched this game and it had to be Burnley and West Brom.
Of course.
So that was short draw game and it was very boring maybe because I didn't even hear anything about it. So
The only
that
thing
was
I
that. And
heard,
we don't. Mhm, mhm.
yeah, sorry to interrupt. The only thing I heard out of this was my player Dunn did not play, and
Yeah, exactly.
a lot of my players this season has to attribute because of this guy called Suraj Nair. Even during my Varika, I don't know why I listen to these people. I don't know. Every time I get someone, it's a mess.
The thing is, I also got done. I guess Arvind also got done. A lot of players got in done because he was the only 4.0 player who was actually playing. And since it's Burnley, you can also get clean sheets. But I don't know. I think again the Burnley coach Sean Dyche also started watching our channel and decided कि no, I will also become the bald fraud. So I decided कि I won't even play this.
Oh, yeah, not. I will have to blur you. I'll have to blur
censor,
you.
censored movement.
Oh no.
So yeah, so done didn't start, but I have good news. I have I have one more player who starts at 4.0. And we'll talk about in our FPL review. So stay tuned for that. So
Yeah.
so yeah,
Last game, Aston Villa still winning.
yeah,
Somehow they got one goal in the 90th minute, and they are continuing the perfect
yeah.
run. Obviously, they are one game off
Mm,
of Everton.
mhm.
So
Also, the reason why that happened is because at the half time when the score was nil-nil, Aston Villa boss, I don't know his name, he also opened up YouTube and showed the last video wherein I said about Ross Barkley that if he was a better player, the scoreline would be more. And eventually he scored in the 91st minute, winning them the game. So you can clearly see how much impact Nustam FPL has on the Premier League.
uh, Aston Villa's coach. Who was Aston Villa's coach? Let me see. Okay, anyways, let's continue.
Ross Barkley, the legend, yeah.
Yeah, overall, really fun game week,
Yeah.
I would have to say.
Mm-hmm.
Also, in that 4-1 game, we saw that this guy, Aaron Van Bissaka,
Yeah, yes,
he
yes,
smashed a goal,
yes. He
and
just wanted to smash it.
post match, he said he just wanted to smash it.
We all know how that turned out.
If you know, you know. If you know,
If
you know.
if you know, Aaron Van Bissaka is just showing to the world that he's a proper Manchester United player now. And I really wanted to see in the, you know, that United always post this, you know, training videos on the YouTube channels. I wanted to see how Iron Man, Bisaka, Martial, and Green would look at each other in the training session. There would be that little smirk on their faces. Like, okay, now you're part of the gang, my G.
Even Luke Shaw, even
So
Luke Shaw.
yeah, so even Luke Shaw, yeah, everyone. As you know, Louis Van Gaal was. ahead of his time. He described his players as
Oh,
organized.
I
But then
have to censor again. I mean, editor has to censor again.
Sensor movement part two. So that's true. That's the real quote. I'm not even saying my own words. So that's what he actually said. And now, after 2 to 3 years, we actually realized that he was very true about
Yeah,
this.
he was ahead of his time.
Yeah, really, really.
Okay, I think that should
So
wrap up the PL
yeah,
side of it.
that wraps up. That wraps up our PL review.
So moving into depression zone, uh, I have messed up my team really bad. Like I said before, I made a big mistake in getting some players, and it turned out to be really bad for me. And I ended up with 55 points after the end of, I think, what game week is this? This is just a second. I think this is game
5,
week
I
5.
guess.
So game week 5, in 5, I got like 250. So that's around 50 points a week. I need to increase that a little. It's okay, but I don't know. I panicked because
Yeah, the average points in this game week was
yeah,
60.
that's a worry. But it's all right. I mean, I was not in that big of a trouble, but because Jimenez finally scored and Wolves finally won, so that's a good thing.
Yeah.
So that is also there. And since he's the only scorer in that game, we also got him, I think, 3 bonus points. Let me see. I think he got
Right.
3 bonus points in that game. Anyways, so yeah, I was all right. I, I mean, Nathan Aki, if he would have been my first choice sub, I would have gotten like 58 or something. But that's fine. I'm just kind of
Mm,
I don't know. I panicked and I made my first hit. I took my first hit of the season. I took my first hit of combined of last 2 seasons. So that's, I think, 38 plus 5 plus whatever was end of season. That's probably like 50 game weeks. In 50 games, this is my first hit in this account, obviously.
mm. Yeah, yeah. In this
Yeah, I
account,
have a
okay.
burner account where I take out my frustration, which I don't have anymore. I why the reason I don't have it anymore is because I thought, if you know what happened in FPL last season is the guy who was first had like multiple accounts, so that was kind of breach of service or something like that, and
Yes.
he was
Yeah.
it had to be given to the second person, and because of that I decided,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
I got 23K last time, who knows, I could be first this time. As soon as right after the Crystal Palace match, I decided, okay, I have three Crystal Palace players, all of them are shit. Again, I have to censor it, but all of them are shit.
Mm.
So I got rid of the first obvious problem, that is Gaeta. I was already looking at Martinez, and Martinez is doing well. So I decided, okay, you know what? At least I'll get some save points. Gaeta does not save anything, so I'll get save points. I got him in, and then I
True.
watched Tottenham play. I was like, okay, I need Harry Kane. I've been missing out. I think he has 32% ownership.
Yeah,
It's second highest right now. So highest is Calvert Lewin at 52,
yeah,
and second is Harry Kane. So I decided, okay, it's time to get Harry Kane. I had enough
yeah.
funds. I got rid of Jimenez, and I did it a day later
Mm.
because I'm stupid, and I lost like point 0.1 in Jimenez because his price was dropped.
Yeah. One good thing about Kane is that in our mini league, he would also come out as a differential. I guess only one player had him till now.
And
Yeah,
he
that was
captained
very
him.
interesting.
I don't know. He is a very interesting guy. He kind of does
Yeah,
weird stuff, and this is that. And last 2 season, it does not work. I mean, it works. It would have worked 3 seasons, 4 seasons ago because I understand what he's because he is like a veteran. At least in the mini league, he is
yeah.
a veteran. He's been playing for 4 plus years, so I understand why he did it. But last two seasons were weird, and this season is like a proper, Premier League season where you
Yeah,
can't have a essential. But I would have to say Harry Kane is an
right
essential
now.
right now, at least for the next two three
Yes,
weeks.
yes.
So Gaeta is gone, Martinez is in. I got back Harry Kane into my team. Hopefully that's not a stab in the back. So let's see how it goes. What about you, Suraj?
So I had an interesting game week this time, and I ended up with 67 points, mainly because I stick to my captain's son, who gave me points, and I was more surprised.
Ah, I should have stuck with Son. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the worst part.
I was surprised that Kane got even more points. Seeing my mini league, I was like, okay, Kane is also in the attack. But if and only if Kevin didn't had captain Kane, I would have a greater gap. But he captained him, so it's very tough right now. So I had 67 points. The scorers being Calvert Lewin, Salah, Fernandez, Son, the usual players. Rodriguez with an assist and a yellow card as usual. So that's that. My defense obviously, as usual, gave me returns of 1-1-2, and then Saiz came, gave a clean sheet. He also scored a very good goal yesterday, I heard, but sadly it was offside in the build-up. So getting Saiz instead of other Wolves player has worked till now. So
Yeah, that's also another mistake you forced me to make. Conor Cody is captain. Okay, I'll get him.
he's a sure shot starter, so that's one thing. But currently, Saiz has been more attacking. Connor
Yeah,
Cody and
he's consistently getting points. I think he
yeah,
did. Did he get bonus points this week as well?
yes, this week he got one bonus point. The last week he
Yeah,
got two bonus points.
but I'm okay with size as long as I get points. It's okay if I lose a couple
Yeah,
of points here and there.
yeah. The thing with Cody is that he actually looks after the defense very well. So that's the main reason Wolves are getting clean sheets. Size is the reason they might get some maybe crosses and headers in. So that's the only reason why I kept Size. Regarding my transfers, I had transferred out Richarlison for DCL. I don't remember when, but a long time ago. And it also worked good because Richarlison got a red. DCL scored. So, and
Yeah,
Luka Dean was also trying his
DCL.
best to take out the red card from the referee's pocket.
Yeah, we'll put a photo there for you guys if you haven't seen it. But speaking of Everton, Luca Dean and Dominic Calvert-Lewin are very good form. Dominic, if you have seen, he only thing he wants to do in his life is jump very high and score headers. And you
Yeah.
see him every time, even if the ball is on the ground, he's jumping 2 feet, 7 feet high.
He wanted to emulate that Ronaldo goal, and by doing that, he also bullied off Robertson in scoring that header
Yeah,
that
that
day.
was a very wonderful goal.
I was very happy seeing Robertson going down and him scoring. And Adrian obviously wouldn't be there when it matters, so it was a sure shot goal. And I also sold out KDB and got in Sun, although for point one extra, but I decided it's okay. And captaining him got 26 points, so that was great. And this week, this week just after the Spurs game, I think I took a hit. I am not sure. I saw a -4 in the phone, but it doesn't show in
Yeah,
the.
I'll confirm it for you, my dear. I don't know. Let me see if I can confirm it for you. Suraj Nair.
How
Yeah,
can you
we can
confirm
talk
it?
about it by seeing your transfer history.
But you cannot see my next transfers, I guess.
Right. Okay. We'll see. We'll come back
You
to it
cannot see
next
that.
week. You can see it,
Yeah,
right? You can always see.
yes, I went through it and I think I had one extra transfer to my name, but it also showed -4, but I'm not very sure. But it's fine, it's fine because I got in two players and first one, and obviously I need funds for that. So the first thing I
Hmm.
did was transferring out my G Trent Alexander Arnold.
Of
He's
course.
the highest defender owned in this league, but the way he has been performing, the way Robo has been performing, and now Van Dijk is also injured. You have Adrian behind you, so clean sheets are not going to come for sure. And he's 7.5. Obviously, he's very expensive, so you need points, and he's not being doing well. So instead of TA, I got in Chilwell. I was confused between Dean and Chilwell, but I went with Chilwell. So that gave, because Chilwell is, I guess, is cheaper than Lucadine. Lucadine is around 6.1 something. Chilwell is around
6.2 he
5.
has
6.2.
yeah. I was just looking
Frozen
at
in price, yeah.
Lucadine because I have a player, another player called Custard Apple. I want to get rid of him, so I was like,
Hmm.
I should get Lucadine, and I have enough funds to just get him if
Hmm.
I don't lose any money or he does not rise anymore.
Lucadine, right?
Yeah.
Lucadine. Let me check if he's on the risers. I don't think he is, because I think he had Rosen. The Lucadine is 23.5. So yeah, you have around 5 to 6 days before he rises.
Yeah.
So it's
Hopefully.
great. And yeah, and I had funds to do another change, and I have felt bad for Mitrovic, and you can obviously guess who I got in. Guess who I got in instead of Mitrovic.
Uh, let
I
me
had 11
guess.
million in the bank, so guess who?
Yeah, let me get. I think it's this little boy from I don't know where he's from. I think he's from Leicestershire. He's also known by the name as Payne.
No.
I think it is Ollie Watkins.
No, I got in Harry Kane.
Oh my God, who would have thought?
Who would have thought? Yeah, it's such a
Yeah,
shocker, right?
it's like, yeah, why would you get Harry Kane, man? Like, why?
The only reason is because you have a lot of reasons, because he's performing well. First thing, second is his fixtures. The next three fixtures are very good, and after the last result, I'm sure they will be more attacking in the next one. Also,
Actually,
yeah.
that is one worry. I think they will be more defensive next one. I think.
That can also be yeah, actually, because they are playing Burnley, I guess. So they are very good in set pieces. So that will be interesting. And Kane is rising in price tonight. So if I want to make a move, I had to do it. He was actually going to rise yesterday, but I think a lot of people are still playing the wild cards. So Trent also didn't go down in price, because he was minus 100, but then he got back to minus 98. And Kane was also locked at 105 something, but again, I think a lot of people are still playing the wild card. So they haven't rose or fallen it, but tonight I
Yeah,
think mostly they will change in price. So
yeah. Mostly, what would have happened is they got in Kane. They were like, okay, I need more, need to make more changes. They clicked on the wildcard button. That's why
yeah.
it went to 100 and then came down.
Yeah, that's mostly the reason. Talking about our FPL review, we will also talk about our mate Irvin's week. He got in a solid 70 points, and obviously his Robertson and Size came off with points. He had a differential in Zaha, so that gave him 9 points. He also captained Danny Ings, which is interesting, who scored one goal and got a bonus. So he got in 14 points from his captain.
Hmm.
He had Jimenez as well, and he has Calvert Lewin as well. So you can see like three cheap attacking options, but all
Yeah,
of them scored.
he has a very balanced squad, but that's probably the first
Yeah.
time he ever had a balanced squad.
Yeah. Also he has Lucadine as his third sub behind Pedro Neto and Dunn. So Lucadine gave him 7 points, but he's third on his bench. So I really don't understand that logic. Putting Lucadine behind
Because yeah,
Burnley
because it
player,
was
because
Liverpool and he didn't set his team, right? He said he didn't set his team.
Yeah, actually, yeah, actually, for the last 2 weeks, he hasn't set his team, and that's the reason why it has performed
Correct.
very well. So that's his strategy, set and forget right now.
Set and forget.
So it will be interesting how, and that's actually going good
Yeah, he
till now.
he overtook me,
So
so
let,
it worked well for him.
yeah, not touching his team is doing very good. So that's interesting from the
So who's
FPL
your next
perspective.
week's captain?
I'm not 100% fixed in because I want to keep Sun again, but because the opposition player is Burnley, I'm not very sure because I'm very sure Burnley will be very defensive in that game and they won't allow these guys to
So
counter attack. So
so there is
not sure.
a
Me mostly Sun,
yeah.
but I'm
Just to
not fixed
intrigue you,
yet.
there is a very juicy fixture in Southampton versus Everton.
Mm,
There is also a very
that can
juicy
be.
fixture,
Yeah,
Liverpool versus Sheffield United, and it's
that's true.
yeah, and
Salah can be a captain choice.
it's Liverpool's home and Everton's away. I don't know if home and away makes much of a
Mm.
difference at this stage. And Everton are not playing midweek, right?
Yeah,
They are not in any of the European competitions. So
yeah, true. Liverpool will be
I
playing
think
someone, I
yeah,
guess, this week. So that can be an interesting factor to consider. Also, Spurs, I think they're the European something, but
yeah,
it doesn't matter much, maybe, because they play their second. Give me a second, give me a second. It will be interesting how the managers manage their team according to the European fixtures. You can now probably see a more tired United squad. So your only captaincy choice would be Fernandez because he does do something. So yeah, it will
somehow yeah.
somehow, yeah, it will be interesting. You also have, yeah, as you said, Everton and Southampton. So you also have
Yeah,
Rodriguez.
Liverpool is playing Ajax Amsterdam. So Ajax, it is a away game for Liverpool. So they will be traveling.
Yeah.
It is an away game for United as well. They're traveling to Paris
Hmm.
and Tottenham FC.
Chelsea.
Tottenham.
I guess Chelsea has something.
Uh, yeah, Tottenham is playing home and Chelsea. Let me see. Chelsea is playing away. Krasnodar, what is this team? They are in Champions League. What?
No, Chelsea is playing Sevilla, right? It's
And
tonight. And
28. Okay. It's today's 28.
yeah,
Okay,
but
my
still,
bad.
Krasnodar. I'm also very intrigued.
What?
Krasnodar looks like a PES fictional team.
Yeah, it does.
Who is Krasnodar? No clue.
Krasnodar. Krasnodar is, I think, yeah, it's a Russian team. Russian team?
Ah, great.
I think it's.
Chelsea has a great group. United will be interesting. Yeah. Who
Uh,
will be your captain?
Calvert Lewin. Calvert Lewin. Yeah, Calvert Lewin or Rodri. I want to say Rodriguez, but I don't know. I also
You have.
I also have 10.7 million Harry Kane in my team, so and 12 point something million Mohamed Salah.
Salah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, I should consider them. But yeah, I think that should wrap up our FPL for this week.
Mm-hmm. True. And what will be your strategies for the next week? I think you had gone over a bit on that.
Yeah, you should start.
Yeah,
So
I think done not playing is something the FPL community is very sad because every league season I think you always look for cheap defenders or cheap midfielders who will be your bench fodder or even great if they start because the last season it was Lord Lundstrom who played very well in the midfield and in the defense actually he was a midfielder type wing back, so that was great. He started 4 point something Before that, it was Arun and Bisaka who actually did very well. So this season we were looking at, and we had two options in the form of Tyreek Mitchell and Dunn. Mitchell is somehow playing, but Dunn is not playing since the last two games. So people are looking forward to replace him with someone else. So I have seen another player in the form of
Uh,
Max Killman who plays
just to
for
interrupt,
Wolves.
sorry, I mean, just to, sorry to barge in. Why would you sell out Dunn?
Mhm.
I mean, it's better not to start him, but I mean, you
Yeah, yeah,
should get a
yeah.
Burnley player if you are interested in Burnley defense. But if it's just a bench fodder, then we should not worry about it.
If you have like a lot of two transfers in your hand and you don't have anything to do, then it's the
And
only reason
funds,
you will go
and
for
funds,
replacing a
because
bench player. Yeah,
you are not going to get a downgrade. You will only be getting an upgrade because it's a 4.2 player.
yeah. The thing is, if Dunn would not play the further games down the line, so if you really want to keep a Burnley player, yeah, you should replace Dunn with a Burnley defender. But if you're looking for someone else who's a for now a sure shot starter and is doing good, is Max Kellerman. He has played a total of two games and he has returns of 9 and 12. That's interesting. And he's only 4.0 mil. So in the first game where he returned 9 points, he got a clean sheet with 3 bonus points. In the second game, he got a clean sheet. He got an assist as well, and that gave him again a bonus point of 3. So I'm keeping
Kilman
an eye
plays
on
for
him because
what team does he play
for
for?
now,
Wolves, right? Yeah, I remember Conor Cody talking about it.
yeah, he actually is playing well. So I think he will keep his spot because they would like to go with the same team who are keeping clean sheets and are winning games. So, but you never know. You
So
never know what will happen. So this season has been
true.
entirely
So who is he
unpredictable. So
replacing? By the way, is he replacing who's the other Wolves guy?
done,
No, no, no. I'm talking about
done
the
or
Wolves
Mitchell.
team. Who is he replacing in the Wolves team?
I guess he replaced Vinegar. I guess
Yeah, Vinegar. Okay.
because Vinegar went somewhere else. I guess so. He's the one
Ah,
who came
right.
in.
Oh, right, right, right. Vinagre is going out on loan.
Yeah, I
Or
guess Sporting CP.
Sporting. Okay.
Uh,
Okay.
I think I will just cross check.
Yeah, same, same.
Vinagre is going to Olympiacos on loan.
Olympiacos. Okay, okay. Cool, cool, cool. He's only 21, so he does have the time.
Yeah, so that's interesting. My main thing is my squad is almost like sorted out, but my bench is totally dead. My legend Butland is out, so I have to look for another 4.0. But I'm not sure if I will do that transfer. McCarthy was my another bench midfielder at 4.5, but then he is out with a hamstring injury and is expected somewhat in like beginning of November. So I have to check. Then, as you now know, is not playing. So maybe Max Killman might come in, but I have to check if it's worthy of keeping another Wolves player or going on for a Burnley defender in the
Yeah, their
bench.
fixtures
I have
are
to
like
look into it.
in 2 weeks' time it's going down. So no point. If you're bringing him in, if you already have them, good. But you don't. If you don't
Hmm.
have them,
Yeah,
no point bringing them in now or next week because this Wolves
yeah.
team right now is not doing well. They lost 4-0
Hmm.
to West Ham. They lost 3-1 to City. They lost to Sheffield United of all teams. Wait. Did they?
Yeah. So.
No, no. Okay, they won against Sheffield. They lost against City. They lost against
Uh-huh.
West Ham. They won against Fulham. So they got 3 wins and 2 losses till now. Okay, so it's
Hmm.
still a bit iffy. So they are playing Leicester, Southampton, Arsenal, Liverpool. In the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In the next 6 games, 3 of them are very tough. 3 of them are easy. So I mean,
True.
Leicester is not
The
tough,
only
but
reason
you get
you
Fulham.
can, yeah. The only reason why you can invest in a way on Wolves players is because they are cheap, the
True.
defense especially. Because the because it's not very expensive. If you are investing like 7.5 on Trent and you're not getting results, you will be hurt. But you're investing like 4.0 or 4.5 on a defender and they give you like 4 points or 5 points. In case of Wolves defenders, they are giving like an average of 5 to 6 points recently, but you never know how things change. So yeah, it will be interesting how they manage
Yeah,
the
that
next
should
few
be a
game
test.
weeks.
All right, and quickly moving on to watch list. What is in your watch list, Suraj?
For me, I have kept each one player in each slot. For goalies, right now McCarthy is very unpredictable because sometimes he gets in a lot of points or else he just gives in with just 1 point. So I don't know he's stable or not. So I am all eyes on Martinez because he's the only one who is keeping back-to-back clean sheets right now. And
What about Darlow?
Darlow is a good pick as well, uh, but I'm very not very sure about how the Newcastle defense is. Villa defense is very impressive, and one of their key defender is Tyrone Mings. You know, Konsa is a very good player, and Matty Cash is also playing.
Con?
Matty
Sorry,
Cash,
Con?
Matty Cash,
No, before that, Con?
Konsa.
Con say Con? What? Who? The
So
people
yeah.
who don't speak Hindi would be like wondering what is your on about.
So that and Darlow's injured as also as per the FPL website 75 because he had a
Uh,
groin injury, I guess.
oh, okay.
So mostly he will come back, I feel, but still they have Wolves Everton next. So and Aston
Okay,
Villa
okay,
have who does Aston Villa have next? Aston Villa have Leeds, Southampton next.
okay, okay.
So
Moving on to defense.
I have got in Chilwell instead of Trent, so my eyes are on Luca Dean now because he's also an attacking fullback. And Everton are also pretty okay in defense. So it should be Dean if you're getting in an Everton defender. So I'm looking to him, but I don't think I have the funds for the same. So I'll just keep an eye on him.
Mm-hmm.
In midfielders, it has to be Grealish. The way he has been performing and leading his team is very commendable. But I really don't have anyone to replace him because my other midfielders are doing well. Salah is returning. De Bruyne has been sold for Son, who is returning. Rodriguez is it's like okay, and Fernandez has been scoring open goals as well now. So that section is pretty much sorted. So I'll just keep an eye on Grealish. And forwards is one space where I might make a change in the coming weeks. Bamford is one player which I'm not that sure now. He has done the deeds for his price, but I might get in maybe Che Adams according to the funds left. I might get in Che Adams just as a punt maybe. Not sure. Might do, might not do. Depends how Bamford performs in the next game. Who's on your watch list?
All right. So mine, I would say Everton is doing fairly well. So they are play. I mean, I already have them, so I don't. I'm not watching them, but you should be watching them if you are not. And like Suraj said,
Hmm.
Dean, if you have watched any of the Everton games, Luca Dean, he's so good at crossing. If it is not coming from Rodriguez, it is coming from Luca Dean, and either of them will get an assist. They obviously they will not get a clean sheet because of uh, a certain man behind the six, which we talked about a lot last week. So that is there.
Eng- England's best
Yeah,
keeper.
England's
Yeah.
best keeper. So they will not get a clean sheet. If they get even better bonus. So Luca Dean is
Yeah.
there. I would say Chilwell. Like I mentioned last time as well. Ben Chilwell is great, but I don't have the funds for getting any of them. I don't think so right now. I haven't planned out my coming weeks. I didn't. I will be working on a rebuild this week. So I'll put up by next video. You will be able to see what I'm thinking of. I would say Chelsea attack other
Hmm.
than Werner would be a good differential. So sorry to jump on the bandwagon of Southgate and Lampard, but I think I will be going with Mason Mount. I will be looking at Mason Mount because he's been great. Also, Pulisic, main reason why Chelsea has been in this form is because of this American guy called Pulisic. So even though he is not getting the point, he's the one who's setting up the attack for the ones getting the assists and
Yeah,
goals. So
yeah, yeah. It all depends how Lampard plays him because in the PL game where they drew somehow he was playing on the left hand side and he was playing good. But in the Champions League game yesterday, I think he was
uh,
playing as a right winger
right.
or a
So
right
now that
midfielder kind of. So I'm not
Now that
sure
you've
what
mentioned
Lampard
of Champions League, yes,
does
we are
now, but
recording on a different day, this section of the video, and we did see something yesterday which we may not talk about because of time
yeah.
constraints. Right? So yeah, Chelsea attack for differentials and Luka Dean. Also Harry Kane. If you don't have him yet, I have. I watched him in the 5-1 thrashing 5-1. 5-2 thumping of Southampton, and I was like, okay, Hurricane played really
Hmm.
well, but I was like, would he be able to continue? I should have got him in that way itself, but I didn't. So it has come out
Yeah.
really bad. I would let's see how bad it was. 21 game points in Southampton game, 5 in the Newcastle, 16 in the United, 16 in the West Ham. So that in itself is the reason I am like
Hmm.
50 points behind of
Under.
everyone, where Jimenez got me literally nothing. So yeah, so Harry Kane, if
True.
you don't have him, he's in like blistering form. You should check him out. I brought him in with a hit. Let's see how he gets. So if he's going downhill, so you know why. Right. So, stars of the week. Let's quickly move on to the stars of the week. Suraj, do you want to start?
Yeah, for me it has to be Kane because of all the reasons you just mentioned right
Right.
now. Yeah, I think uh for this week, if you only consider this week as a football star, I would go for Manuel Lanzini just because he helped West Ham tie the game with Spurs. But from an and Mo was literally triggered after seeing that. And but from an FPL perspective, yeah, I have to go for Kane because he's the one that has has been very consistent in the past few weeks along with
Mm-hmm.
Sonaldo. So I already have Son, so I'm bringing in Kane. So yeah, I think Kane's price also rose up, so it's definitive that you should have Kane in your team.
Okay. Okay. So Son and Kane would you would consider? Okay. So for me,
Mm.
actually, yeah, it's pretty much the same actually, because yeah, I think biggest upset. I'll have to go back and see. Just give me a second. Results. Let me remember what happened because everything right now my mind is fully on Champions League. I think the biggest upset, yeah, apart from Manchester United, it was Spurs. So yeah, I would say, yeah, I would clearly go for
Lanzini,
no Harry Kane.
Harry Kane, yeah.
Lanzini scored a goal, but Harry Kane was phenomenal in that game.
Yeah, he scored two, assisted one. He's also giving an
Right.
assist lately. He's not just scoring them; he is also giving them to Sun, which is very
Mhm.
welcome for FPL owners.
And if you have seen the post-match presentation, since 2015, since Son's arrival at Tottenham, no other duo has scored like combined for more goals than Harry Kane and Heung-min Son.
Mm-hmm, true, true.
So that, so not even the greatest Rashford and Martial can come up to them.
And it's very interesting how uh, when Mourinho joined Spurs, no one expected them to score like three or four, let alone five in a game. but they have been doing that, which is very interesting because all everyone expects Mourinho and his team to get scores of like 1-0, 1-1 something. Mostly the games are very drag, and but this time you can really see a refreshed squad who is more attacking. But I know Mourinho will be sad somehow because he actually prides his team in clean sheets. So if
Correct.
he always says that clean sheets are very important, and the team collectively should aim for that, not just the defenders but the midfielder and the strikers as well.
Which we
So they are
saw
not able.
actually
Yeah,
at the sorry, very sorry to interrupt, but if you saw the game just before halftime, West Ham were about to score, and the person who
yeah.
blocked their shot was Harry Kane, and the first person
Harry
to
Kane, yes,
first person to
yes.
congratulate him was Jose Mourinho. He ran to the pitch because it was halftime, right? And he said
Yeah,
like
yeah.
thanks a lot because that was a momentum shift. Actually, in retrospect, it didn't make any difference. But Harry Kane did the work. So they have that mentality. Yes,
Yes.
just that they are Tottenham and they bottle things up.
Yeah, yeah. It's just in the genes, so no one to blame. So it's just Tottenham lads. So going to the flop of the week, who is your pick?
Well, I'm actually more interested in your flop of the week because I don't know what are you going to say this time if you know what I mean.
Yeah, everyone knows by now that I always mention Werner in this section because he's more than 9 million worth and hasn't been scoring. But the boy just I have a source in Chelsea team who pinged me a day before the game saying that Werner has been spending time on YouTube very lately and has been listening to our
Right,
podcast. So he's very hurt.
right.
So he's very hurt by the fact that I always mention Werner in this section. So what did he do? Not only he scored his first goal, he also scored his second goal. He bagged a brace in that game, and that was a very great goal.
And an assist?
Yeah, he also got an assist as well.
Yeah, I think he got an assist also.
Oh my god, I thought it was just two goals. Oh,
Yeah, Timo Werner. Yeah, Timo Werner is the one who passed to Kai Havertz
yeah,
for the
great,
goal.
true. So he got two goals and one assist in one game, just to prove that he does not belong in this section anymore. And as promised, I have told my friend to transfer him out from his team now because because he has done his deed. He has waited 6 game weeks, 9 million on this boy just to get these points, and now he has sold him. So since Werner is not, he cannot be placed here. So I have to get someone else. So sadly, this week it has to be Maji Mitrovic because he really had a very bad day. He not only missed a pen, he gave away a pen. He did not close the game in the dying minutes, and eventually, as the prime striker of Fulham, it cost them the game because Sheffield was already dead. They were not even fighting back. So if he was a little bit clinical, at least one of the 5 to 6 times he missed, I guess Fulham would have got those 3 points, which would eventually be very crucial in the dying phase of the league, wherein the relegation battle begins. So
Mhm.
for me, it's Mitrovic.
Actually, there are a lot of contenders this week because this week has been a little dry. Sheffield has, I think, clearly given up hope. Crystal
Hmm.
Palace, again, they got a penalty and they sat down. That's it. That's all they did the entire game. So
Hmm.
they are also playing very negative. So I don't know actually who to pick. I would say since he has been underperforming ever since I got him, it has to be
Hmm.
Vincent Gaita for me.
Yeah, he has not been doing anything
Yeah,
recently.
he was very good in the first fixture, and then after that he just
Mhm.
dropped off. He's like, that's
I guess
it.
Gaita also got a yellow card in that
Yeah, he.
match.
Thanks for reminding. Gaeta and Mitchell, both of them got a yellow card,
Got yellow
and
cards.
then in just 1 minute they ruined the entire game. It was fine till the 90th minute. This they conceded in the 90th minute. and they
Yeah,
just I just lost 8 points all of a sudden.
FPL do be like that.
Yeah, it really do be like that.
So that was our section of stars of the week and flop of the week. So do comment down who is your star of the week and flop of the week if you have reached this section successfully.
Accidentally, yes. Skip through.
Great.
In other
So,
news,
and
Suraj has finally made a Twitter account. That should come up on screen
yes,
right now.
the real one, yeah.
Right. And
So you can follow us there for daily banter and updates.
which we will
We'll
not give
start
daily.
updating
Which
that
we will not
place.
give daily.
So do follow, it's free. You do subscribe, it's free. And also we have an Instagram, as you might know by now. So this section was about price rise and drop, but we will now make this as an exclusive. If you really want to see the price rise and fall, you can head over to instagram.com/noostimefpl, where you can have a look at our price rises and droppers. So it will be updated every day around 11 to 12 a.m. p.m. IST. So do follow. There will be many more content to come. We will be interacting more on
Right.
Insta.
We are taking over
So come
Instagram.
around.
I've seen that the quality of content for
Yes,
FPL in Instagram is very bad and the follower count is very good.
very bad.
So we are taking over Instagram.
Yeah, true. So this is a good opportunity we are looking to
Right.
build on.
And speaking of follow, don't forget to subscribe this video, subscribe to this channel, like this video, subscribe to us. There are more than 60% of people who don't subscribe to this channel yet. Why?
Yeah,
The
yet
quality of banter is too high, bro.
it's because we. I guess it's because we say all the subscribe to us thing in the end. I think we have to shift this to the start. No one is listening to this. I know in retrospective, 5 years down the line, if you're successful, I guess someone will reach here and someone will make a 30-second clip of this section and upload it on their channel and get more likes and get more subscribers. I know this is going to happen.
A very, very positive, very enthusiastic messages by the founder, I mean the co-founder Suraj Nair. But yeah, quickly moving on to the best
So, le-
section of the video, which
section,
is
yeah.
Jose Mourinho's quote of the week. So, sir, what do we have today, Suraj?
So, with every week, you always know there will be something regarding Mo. There's literally no week where you don't get any content of him. So, what happened the last week was one of the reporters asked Mourinho that you aren't even mentioned in Arsene Wenger's book, to which he replied that he has not defeated me, and in an autobiography, you prefer the things that you are happy about. So, I think he was.
Yeah, we will just play the clip right now so that you can understand the level of sarcasm in his tone.
Because you never beat me. You are not going to do a chapter about 12 or 14 matches and never win it, never win one. So why should he speak about me in his book? A book is a thing to make you happy, to make you proud. So I understand perfectly the situation.
Yeah, but yeah, that was a very big
Yeah,
jab.
he was indirectly salty about it. So when Arsene Wenger was informed about this jibe from Mourinho, to which he said that I feel like I'm in a kindergarten with him, and he feels that Mourinho is childish after uh, that claim that he has never beaten me. He also went ahead to say that he has beaten him twice in these games, like very specific answers, and said that managers never win the game, the team wins the game. It's that just the manager backs the
Right.
players. So that was very gentle and great words from Arsene. I don't know what Mourinho will say to this because I don't know.
Yeah, I think I know. I already know what he'll say because the only wins, Arsene Wenger has on Mourinho is a Community Shield. I think.
I think maybe he will take a chai if Mourinho is.
So yeah, he'll say that it is some pre-match or something like that, pre-season game.
He
But
will,
yeah,
yeah. If he's in
eagerly
the
waiting for
mood,
it.
then he will definitely say something. But after that 3-3 game, I don't think he would be in the mood to say anything.
Right. Okay. I think break coming down. I think now we all, if you are here, thank you for watching till this point.
Mhm.
So, if we have mentioned it quite a few times now, that Champions League is starting. Today, Champions League has already begun for us. Uh,
Mhm.
and we have watched some very good games, especially the uh, PSG United game was
Yeah.
very good, at least for United fan. PSG has been beaten up by kids this season, but whatever. I mean, we have a defender who has not played a single game for 10 months come
Yeah.
in and bully the best player, young player in the world, and Neymar, and and like pocket them. And Aaron Wan-Bissaka, I think we need to inform him that his girlfriends are getting pregnant after every game,
Yeah.
so that he plays like this. Wow, that's a very very good game.
Yeah, like Aaron and Axel are performing like Maldini, prime Maldini. Like they literally took out the game from PSG. Every time there was any chance, PSG, Aaron Van Bissaka just opened his legs and boom, there Mbappe fell, there Neymar fell. To Nzebe's pace is also great, so he didn't allow Mbappe to do
I
anything.
think
We also saw.
Aaron is
Mhm.
practicing for tackling in his bed tonight. So that's what he's practicing on the pitch, you know.
Yeah,
A little,
he,
little.
he just wanted to smash it.
But I think
Let's see.
this is the best performance. I think defensive
Yeah,
performance I've seen from Manchester United under Ole.
and if you look back on the last two games, PSG and Newcastle, there were around 8 goals scored, and all the 8 were by United players.
I mean, I actually slept through the game somehow, and
Yeah.
I rewatched the highlights today, and I saw Martial's header, and it was like such a perfect attacking header. I don't know what he was thinking.
It was as if he was thinking, okay, this is my opportunity. I will score now. Yeah, and actually scored. That's his first shot on target in this season, by the
This
way.
season. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And that was very sad. And during the game, we saw many moments wherein Rashford has
Yeah.
actually had one-on-one opportunities, but then he passed to Marshall, but the pass didn't work out, or the other person wasn't anticipating it. So eventually, it didn't happen. But in the end, Rashford decided, "Ki enough is enough. I don't want to waste any more time. I want to feed the kids." So he just scored it. He just scored it and finished the game right there. He knew what happened the last time. It's like he owns that stadium, like Lingard owns the Arsenal stadium. The same way, the same way Rashford owns this Palace stadium. So that was a great game, and I slept peacefully yesterday.
And it is the second game in that third kit which Suraj is wearing.
Yeah, yeah.
Two
Third,
games, 4-1,
I
2-1.
am very doubtful of wearing the original kit now because of that first game, 6-1. But I think in the next games I will
Yeah, I
definitely
think
keep on wearing this one. Especially the next game
right.
is against
I
Chelsea.
think
Yeah.
the luck is also wearing out just like the quality of the shirt. It was 4-1, now it's 2-1, probably it's 1-1 next game.
Might be. The Adidas logo has already come off. So,
So, yeah, I think that is it
so
for this week's News Time FPL's episode number 6. Technically 5, but it is episode
yeah.
game week 6, so episode 6. Right. Thank you all for joining in. Thank you all for giving us fake views. And most of all, thanks to everyone who has actually watched till this point and giving us watch time, which is more important in terms of YouTube. We still need 4,000 hours of views and 1,000 subscribers to make YouTube monetizable. No, not monetizable. We just need
Great
the
again.
money.
Very dire need of
Yeah,
money
yeah.
right now
We will
after
talk
buying that
about that in
laptop.
the next video. Anyways, see you guys. Take care.